What up, peeps? It's your girl that's coming from the Takes Wells. The time, guys, is reaction time, and this is to the madness. This will be for episode 4, titled Radioactive. Now, the last episode was so good that I'm curious to see now what Muncie has to do because now he has to go into hiding, honestly. There's no way around it. You see him showing up in the middle of, I want to say, Times Square and looking up and seeing a projection of reports from CNN and other news outlets and face plastered. And being that he went over to speak to a certain individual in a nice little club, giving somebody an ultimatum and thinking it's some billionaire, I want to say, I can't remember his full name, Stu, I'll just say the first name, Stu. And I'm like, that's not going to go well. You have no leverage in this moment to think that you can just do that and they're just going to buckle. They feel like they are in a position to make your life worse. Hence, he clearly is the one doing this. Now, mind you, again, when they say they found those body parts of Mark Simon, it was just like, okay, now here we are where he has no choice, but now he has to find a way to get other help, to figure out what can he do next. Like I said, he could never be one step ahead. People always watching him, whatever and all that. At least right now, with him being, hopefully they show him in hiding, he can strategize with somebody and all that. He got other people who they would never think unless they're smart enough to realize, because he wasn't, to watch where they go, watch, make sure there's no car phone and all that, so they can get certain information, all that, and still be of service to figure out what the hell's going on. Why is he being targeted? And I did make a comment before, I think in my last reaction, probably the one before that, in regards to the past, when the character of his friend, played by Dion Cole, talking about his father. I wonder if anything in regards to his father is going to come out, because certain little instances, people keep bringing up his dad all of a sudden, and some of the work he did, it was probably good, but then something happened, a shipping with the father, and things happened, So I'm curious if they're going to kind of delve more into that as well. Could that be part of the reason? Or I don't know, makes me wonder, what did his father do with certain individuals from the past? And now, being that he is a part, was a part of a news outlet, and sometimes voiced his, thoughts about certain things that could be come back to bite him. So I'm just kind of throwing out a different, maybe a narrative. Excuse me, get my words, mixed up. But yes, that's kind of one thing that comes to my mind. So you know what? With that said, let's go ahead and just jump into it. I'll see my thoughts for you guys.
Erratically over the last several days, including firing a gun on a residential street, which led to its suspension from CNN. The elder Daniels shot Kellogg after losing a prolonged court battle over whether Kellogg was engaging in the illegal racist practice known as redlining in the Cobbs Creek neighborhood of West Philadelphia.
Filled out for police. At this point, we consider him armed and extremely dangerous.
Wants to walk by.
It's worse than you let on last you were here.
Didn't let on much.
Well, it's murder of a notorious white man. Don't get much worse. They decided you did it, and they gonna see to it that you prove them right.
I ain't going down without a fight. Where we going?
Someplace you can lay low. Under the blanket. Go.
I didn't want to get you involved.
I'm just glad you're safe.
Decided for college, though.
High school diploma, real estate mogul, pillar of the community. A billion degrees, no friends.
I'm Harold. I live 2 down. Callie lets me borrow her grill. Ribs cook better on charcoal than gas. Fuck the lungs, right?
You know who you're really up against.
Oh, shit. Here this nigga go.
Nah, I'm serious. Y'all always be like Jermichael crazy. This real shit. You know who you're really up against? OJ. Oh. Am I lying? Flo, am I lying?
Flo, I already tried. He not partaking. Don't make no sense. Got them boys after me like he got? You best believe. I got a drink or two. You come get you some of these ribs.
I'm good, Mr. Harold. Looks like you got enough mouths to feed.
Excuse me.
Why would you be sitting out there?
I was in the back the whole time, right side of the street.
You're missing the point. Everyone you come in contact with is in danger. Those people are my family. What are you gonna do?
You think I should turn myself in?
I think your first instinct is to run. Always.
I can't be talking to you.
Why not?
They're fucking with my life.
Who is?
The Forge? Antifa?
We're both being screwed by the same person. Stu Magnuson.
I told you I don't know him.
Yeah, but maybe Mark did. I need you to find something that proves that they were working together before things went south.
He's not bright. Like, what the hell's wrong with him? He doesn't think. He just keeps doing dumb crap.
Why the fuck you follow me?
I wasn't.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm nobody.
Nobody? Who the fuck are you, man?
I'm nobody. I just saw your an ad.
Give me your fucking phone. The fuck? Oh, calm the fuck down. It's cool. It's cool.
Look, dude, you are all over the news and socials, and there's reward money for you now as of a few hours ago.
I know.
And nigga, you out of moves. You can turn yourself in. Sooner the better. You do it within 48 hours, it'll really make a difference. Ain't no laying low. It's running away. And you'll be doing that your whole entire life.
Shut up, permanent. Asshole. Tanner James. Hey, you cannot say that. You better not be putting those words into my son's mind. He is 7 years old. Who called you that, Tanner?
Friend of Dad's. I'm on his account. He knew about what happened to our house and he asked about the black guy.
This mean what I think it does? 4 a.m. Sharp.
You don't deserve anything that's happened.
Neither do you. I mean, if you commit the crime next time, maybe.
It's not forever.
I ain't gonna visit, right? But things die down.
Yeah. But I want you to know that I love you. I love you very much.
Yo, Don Lemonade. Wrong door.
Oh, damn. Okay. Is that the cops? Are you serious?
Don't talk.
Hey.
How you doing tonight, Dougie?
I'm good.
Do me a favor. Don't touch Mr. Bean Cooley's golf clubs.
He really did open up the fucking trunk?
Tell Mr. Bianculli he has nice clubs. They're good to go.
You didn't get to start over. Look at you. You're a good-looking guy. You got a full head of hair. You're tall. You probably hung like a bull. You get yourself a nice island girl who knows speak it English.
I think your first instinct is to run. Always. Going back since forever.
And you'll be doing that your whole entire life.
I'm not going. It's off.
It don't work like that, pal.
Yeah, well.
Good luck. Come on.
I am telling you, Muncie, rule number 1 is to remain silent.
Folks are putting a frame on me. I gotta outsmart them.
Has that been your strategy so far?
And pop on your John Hancock, and we can all go back to bed. How's that sound?
I'd be happy to write down the names of the men who killed Mark Simon if that would help you, detect some shit.
25th, you booked yourself into a Poconos Airbnb next to Mr. Simon to give yourself a chance to be alone with him.
I went there to write my book.
You thought to bring a hacksaw to cut the body, but you improvise a murder weapon? How does
Excuse
that
me?
work?
He brought a
Is it rookie
hacksaw. That
mistake,
didn't
or is that
sound-
rude when you do that? Gun box found in your client's apartment.
And my client is a writer.
Now, the thing is, the box is empty because we pulled the pen out of sweatpants found in your apartment with both Zarnoff and Simon's blood.
What? Okay, wait. They must have went into my apartment and put that on there.
Simon's laptop, your internet browser history for the last year. Like, entitled Who is Brother 14?
I said I didn't know who Mark Simon was. I didn't say I didn't know who Brother 14 was.
Most likely that Brother 14 is a senior member of the alt-right fraternity, The Forge, which often parrots his talking points.
What?
A day later, you booked the Poconos Airbnb Facebook page. The same day, you booked the rental.
No. I did all of that after.
Okay.
After!
Okay, we are done.
Looks up how to dispose of body parts.
Oh, wow. Set his
I didn't
ass
know
up.
who it was.
I'm gonna call my partner. Okay? We're gonna work up a plan. He gets back before I do. You sit tight. Like on some Zen shit. I don't wanna hear you say another motherfucking word. Sit tight.
All right, you guys, this was a good episode. I will say throughout, I was slightly frustrated because kept thinking Muncie's just, when making the decisions, he just kind of just is impulsive. He's not thinking a lot of the things through. Then you have people who want to be in his corner, like his daughter Callie. I cannot remember the gentleman's name, where, they're setting things up, trying to make sure he has a place to lay low and all that. Then you walking around, in the backyard eating some ribs with them. I wouldn't have spoken to him, and I agree with her to an extent. Yes, you shouldn't be speaking. These are my friends, and I said, and also you need to tell your friends that, oh yeah, you have somebody sitting in this house with him and all that. Leave him be. Don't throw that all on your father. Throw that on them as well, because they're coming and going. Oh, come out here, have some ribs. You just in the backyard, whatever. Secondly, you go out and making a call on a payphone, walking amongst people with your face out, whatever. Your face is plastered everywhere. Some people are going to see you. I didn't understand how you're walking down. Of course, this guy kind of doing a double take, whatever, and they're going to try to follow him. And then you want to, take the gun out. Okay, scare him off, whatever. Fine. But I'm like, that could have been avoided. As soon as I would have, whatever, just stay somewhere, put them shades on, and then took your tail back to the home. And then decided he's going to have to leave and all that. Okay, you finally go to somebody, to consider options for a plan or whatever. Then you meet up with your boy, and he's like, if you run, just know you're running for the rest of your life. This. And he knows he has not in him to do that. But then it's like, I want to protect my family, and I know this is probably for the best. But then it's like, what if they were to come and visit? And he's talking about, maybe once things lay low. No, it's not gonna ever lay low with you. Anybody who's affiliated with you being your wife, to, son, your daughter, anybody tries to visit you with and all that, they could consider them an accomplice. You knowing where he's at, you going to visit him, come back and tell, they might lock them up and all that to use it to flush you out. It's like those type of things do not work. And then him finally decide, okay, I'm going to go. And then you see how at the last minute, we see the playback of the moment of Callie saying, you always run away. You've been doing it for a long time. You kind of throw that back into space. And it's just like, yeah, it's clear a lot of the decisions you made, your early, adulthood all the way down to, trickling to your, now present day, whatever, is always running for this, don't want to deal with this. You really weren't there for Callie when you ran from that, whatever, and all that. Like you say, you wasn't even on the birth certificate. It's just, he finally decides he wants to let me just try to do the right thing. Now, granted, I'm glad he did turn himself in, because you can get those people from stop following you, this and that other. But then the fact remains is that these people set it up. Oh, he did this. Oh, he was on the internet looking at this. And what's funny to me with the cop is this. Now, he might not be very tech savvy, but can we act like we're not really dumb to figure out that somebody can plant all that information and go in and change the dates? It's not rocket science. Let me just not, because my 2 degrees of computers. But needless to say, it is doable. People editing things and certain social medias and all that. When you pull up people's things for bios, it's like, come on now. Like, come on. Not to say, you want to just clean this up real nice and pretty, but no, you're not going to be able to do that. And also, leaving clothes in there, they're not pulling up the police report where the guy said somebody broke into his house. Like, they couldn't have broken in there and taken samples of his clothing and just put somewhere. And all of a sudden, the body of Mark Simon just so happens to be where it was inside not the apartment, his actual apartment, but within the apartment building. Like, that's still so far fetched. Like, come on now. like to make it that easy and clean and whatever and all that. That everything's just entirely so nicely done that he literally just had us all lined up, whatever. Now the pen part, I can't help him with that because he was a dummy that left it there. He should have took it with him so they wouldn't have that little bit of evidence of him to use against him. But it is what it is. But just seeing the look on his face, it was just like, you're trying to explain yourself, and I feel for him. It's like, I'm going there to write a book, and certain people he probably could attest to that, but all the other things are just not meshing with everything. And he's just left there where, his attorney's like, don't say nothing, like, keep your mouth shut. Let me go get my other partner, this is this. And you see the part, and I made a comment like, his mouth open, what and all that. I don't know this mouth open thing he keeps doing, just drives me crazy. But needless to say, him having that moment where he finally probably just had to let it out and scream and all that, and now just kind of come down from that and figure out how he's going to do this. But I feel like a person who's going to probably be of some help to him and hopefully some help to herself, they're going to have to watch over her. Hopefully he can get his daughter Callie to help her, is Mark Simon's wife. Whoever that young boy was talking about he was talking to his dad's, dad's friend on his account or something. He was in his dad's account. It makes me wonder, you know, is some other information she can like locate or find out, whatever. She might be somewhat of the key to helping him in this instance, like he said. And she's going to probably have to do that because until then, honey, they're going to keep telling whatever and all that. You need to someone, if she can, please fight back. The first thing she needs to do is find a way to get those two boys, her two sons, out of there. So at least they don't have no idea. Put them somewhere. And then, work with somebody on Muncie's side with her and all that to help her and all. Because at least one thing I can say, if they try to come for her with and all that in certain areas, let's just say it ain't going to pop off how they think it is. If you know, you know. So it's just going to be interesting how this all plays out. I know I got a couple more episodes to go to, so it feels like, as she said, everything looks like it just doesn't look good with her and all that, but, hopefully keep the faith. But I will give it to him. He doesn't want to run. I see how they showed his father on a news clip, and the son, Demetrius, was watching it. Finally get to see a face with the man they keep talking about throwing out there. So just so good, frustrated because, I really want somebody to come down and try to find a way to help Muncie because it's just not looking good. But so far, I'm so enjoying this show. I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going to be the outcome. So with that said, you guys, I have rambled on enough. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys next reaction. You guys take care.